All right, let's make our selections then for the games themselves. All right, so you're going to pick the Jets. You want to pick scores, or do you want to just go with?
I think the Jets are going to win somewhere in the. I'll call 20-3.
20-3. I think that Cincinnati can muster a little bit more offense than that, so maybe 24-10.
Okay,
all right.
So I'm saying 23, and you're saying 24-10.
Yes, we'll have them on the screen. Hopefully,
Are they on the screen now?
No. This is.
When do they go on?
We do that in post.
But I mean, I'm saying as you're watching it, am I pointing at the score?
Here you go, right here. There's your scores.
Oh, it's higher.
Somewhere there. Might be over our faces.
That's fine.
All right, the other Saturday game, Philadelphia at Dallas.
You go first in this one.
I'm going to go with Dallas, actually. I think that as much as I was one of those people that liked Philly a few weeks ago, I'm impressed with what Dallas has been doing. It is at home, which is a huge factor for them, especially playing in that new stadium. I think I can imagine it must be overwhelming to walk into that place as an opposing player. It's a behemoth, but I don't think they're going to win by much. I'll say Dallas. Say 21-17.
Well, that sounds about right. I mean, Dallas's defense has been playing very well lately. They've got that swagger, and that means a lot. I think I will. Although I think just like 5 minutes ago I said that it was going to be a 31-28 type of game.
Yes.
Now that we've actually come down to like saying who we're going to pick, I think I would say more in the range of 27-17 Dallas, but maybe Dallas, pulls something off late. Could be. I think this could either be it could be a close win for Philly. I don't think that Philly could blow out Dallas. I think Dallas could blow out Philly.
Okay, we'll pick the late Saturday game first.
Okay.
I mean the late Sunday game. Green Bay at Arizona. It's a 2.5 point spread.
That is a tough one. I don't know what to think about this game at all. I want to pick the Packers because I think they're the better team, but you know what? Arizona has the playoff. They've got more playoff experience. They had the hot streak last year. Their defense is playing well. I'm going to give a slight edge. So I'm going to call Arizona 24-20. Plus, I kind of hate the Packers.
Well, is that the Brett Favre Vikings connection? It's kind of.
I'm a Vikings fan. I got to hate the Packers.
Yeah. So I'd have to say Arizona didn't impress me last year until they got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I was as shocked as anybody that they did as well as they did. I'm waiting for Kurt Warner to actually turn old. It's bound to happen.
He's getting there. He's getting there.
But I'm less impressed this year than I was last year. I'm going to go with Green Bay.
Okay.
I'm going to say 31-24.
That sounds good.
And that, of course, just leaves one final game to choose.
Patriots.
The Patriots and Baltimore.
Yes, Pats, Baltimore.
And Patriots are favored by 3.5, which means they just slightly like them better than home field advantage.
Right. Well, I would definitely like Baltimore with the spread. I think either team getting points in this game, you would go with that team because I think this is a 50-50 game. It's a game that, you couldn't decide over in 100 games they'd each win 50. Oh man, it's tough. You have to go with the pedigree of the Patriots to a certain extent and say, well, they've always done it at home, great at home this year. I really don't want to pick against them, but I think I'm going to do it.
You are?
I think so.
What's the numbers you're thinking?
Well, it's definitely going to be, and then that's the crazy thing about this game is it really could be. It could be a 16-14 game. It could be a 35-31 game because both teams can do it both ways. So I really would, either way would be the only thing that would shock me is if it was a blowout one way or the other. I got to pick something. I'll say Ravens. 21-20 Ravens.
I say 20-17 New England.
Wow.
And I think that if ever the Patriots defense had to show up, this was the time.
Yes, they will have to show up. And you know what? They're going to have to, if the Ravens are going to be keying on Moss, they have to key on Ray Rice. and make sure he doesn't burn them.
The difference that I'm seeing here is when you look back to the way the two teams played, and let's call the last game a tie.
It was a tie because the Ravens, they easily could have won that. Probably should have won the game. I mean, they were about to win the game, and one of their guys just blew it.
I think we've seen everything that there is to see out of this Ravens team over the course of the season. Mm-hmm. And I think for the Patriots to win, they have to pull something out of their behinds, and I think that they will, and that'll make the difference.
Well, you know what? I hope so. I like the Patriots, and I'd like to see them do well, just because that's our team, and I've spent we spent the last decade following this team and enjoying what they have to offer, and I'd be happy to be wrong about them.